Peace, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Serrano, and today what I have for you guys right here is the 9X Pro from Honor versus the 8X Max. Now, I'd like to believe, since these are both in the X series, they're really similar. So let's just compare them right here. I have both devices, and they're actually both really nice. Let me put these boxes off to the side to get a little bit more room. And right here we do have a really nice display on the Honor 8X Max. It's a 7.1.2. It's a 7.12 inch display, 1080 times 2244 pixels. Now, when we look over on the right hand side of the 9X Pro, we actually have a display which is 6.59 inches and it's 1080 times 2340. So a little bit higher pixel percentage, but when it comes to the pixel count, we're getting 300 pixels per inch, 350 pixels per inch on the Honor 8X Max, and 391 pixels per inch on the 9X Pro. So this thing does also feature a 16 megapixel camera. We are getting a 48 megapixel camera on the Pro with a depth sensor and a extra wide angle camera. We do have a depth sensor right here on the Honor 8X Max as well, which is definitely pretty sick. It's not only are you getting a 16 megapixel, but you're getting a 2 megapixel as well depth sensor. So both of these things did come out in close range proximity. We had in September 2018 the Honor 8X Max, and then a year later in July 2019 we had the 9X Pro. Now the front glass and back glass and aluminum frame we're getting on this device, which is a lot more premium. It has real glass on the front and back, which is definitely pretty sick. And it does have Android 9.0 Pie. Now my Honor 8X Max did get upgraded to Android Pie as well. So right out of box it was running Oreo 9. It was running 8.1, but now it's actually running Android 9.0, which is kind of crazy. Now we are getting the Snapdragon 636 14 nanometer on the 8X Max, and we are getting the Kirin 810, which is a 7 nanometer on the Honor 9X Pro. So the 9X Pro is going to be a lot more stronger because it has 8 gigabytes of RAM versus 4 gigabytes of RAM on this model that I actually have for the 8X Max. So let's just go to Geekbench. And I just had this app open because I just downloaded to this device, but you can see what we have here. And let's just turn both devices up full brightness, and so you can see what it looks like for both devices. And we do have Android 9 on both devices, Qualcomm CPU and an ARM V8 over here. So when we go over to the history, you're going to notice that there's a substantial jump in performance when we look at the 9X Pro. But when you look over here, you see the multi-score is a bit higher. And on the 8X Max, it's a little bit lower. And that's due to a lot of things. First of all, the processor that they actually used is a lot higher. So you can see we're not ranking anymore on the Geekbench 5 for the Honor 8X Max, but it's still a really powerful device. So it's an 1190 right here. So it's actually going to be similar to something that more along the lines of a Note 8 or a lower. So that's what we're getting. Now, when you look over here, we're actually getting in the 500s, which is actually in the range of a Galaxy S9 Plus, and when 1800s is more along the lines of a Note 9, which is cool because this thing is really powerful. Now, I am getting the Play Store on the 9X Pro right here, but on the 8X Max I do not have the Play Store. I use APK Pure at the moment to get my apps, And I also do use the Huawei App Store from time to time. They do have their own gallery as well. Both are really sufficient when it comes to apps. You also do get Theme Manager, where you can customize all your different themes on the device. And you do get that too when you are rocking the 9X Pro, which I really like, because you're going to be able to get unlimited themes for this thing, and it's really cool. And I like both devices and how they give you free themes, unlike other companies, like Samsung. You have to pay for every single theme that you download. They're all not paid for. Basically, they're not free. Well, the really good ones you have to pay for, and then the basic ones they actually let you get free. But there's a lot of themes to choose from on both. Now, when it comes to the cameras, when we go to video, I did notice that when we go to the Pro features right here, we do have the video option for the 8X Max in the Pro feature. However, they removed the video feature for Pro in an update, because this phone used to have the video feature for Pro on that 9X Pro. However, they removed it in an update. I'm not quite sure why. I really love that feature. They also removed 4K from this device after an update, which was weird. I guess they were working on some different things here, but you get Pro slow-mo panorama. Now, we do get light painting on here, but we don't see that here. We also do get an AR lens here, and we don't see that there. HDR is on both, time-lapse. Then we get filter on this one, but not on this one. Stickers, moving pictures on this one, but it's not on the 8X Max. The 9X Pro does have moving picture though, but we do have documents on the 8X Max, but not on the 9X Pro. So this thing can definitely analyze documents, it looks like, which is pretty cool. But we'll check that out in another time. Now, there's just a ton of features on both cameras. I really have high regards for both of these cameras. This 8X Max basically ran my YouTube channel, and it still does currently. And the 9X Pro is one of my best cameras that I have right now with those triple camera setups. So I definitely gotta say I speak really highly with both cameras in both devices. Now, you are getting 64 gigabytes of internal memory when it comes to the 8X Max, but you're getting actually 128 gigabytes of internal storage when it comes to the 9X Pro. 8 gigabytes of RAM on the 9X Pro versus 4 gigabytes of RAM on my 8X Max. So they're both really comparable, but this one has double the RAM and a little bit higher performance, so you should expect that. But the fact that this one has the Pro cameras still and this one doesn't, it's kind of a testament to this device and how long it's stood the hands of time. But you can see they both have a really beautiful design on the back of it. Now, this one does have USB, the micro USB. This has the Type-C connection. This 8X Max does offer 18 watts fast charging, whereas on the you're only getting 10 watts fast charging on the Pro, which is weird. The 8X Max was released at 250. This one was released at 285. So it's a little bit more higher. You're getting a little bit more features. Now, both don't have NFC at all. They're both able to record in 1080-60 as well, which is pretty cool. Let me just check that, because I know for sure this one has 1080-60, whereas my 8X Max, I'd have to go into the video to find that out. And so all I would do is hit this button, tap here, and then you can see we're only getting 30 frames per second now. So that's the only thing. You're only getting 30 frames per second on this device, whereas you get the 60 frames on the Pro. So that's the only thing. Now, for the Google Maps replacement on the 9X Pro, I did have this Move It app, which I definitely would recommend. It's pretty sick. Thank you guys for staying locked in with me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.